Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? That's fielded in the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That kickoff return, 104 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
A first down throw for Mayfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8-ball on the road to get things going.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Mike.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
Alert.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 6. Down.
Good. 180. Real.
He's coming. Double up.
Kings.
He's coming.
Kings. Up. Hey. Nice 7.
Check.
Watch.
Now on 2nd and 16. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Mayfield on first down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On 2nd down, it's Hubbard, and here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Run. Hurry. SOS. Point it right.
Ron, get Ron. Check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike's 50.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield flush to his right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Hey.
Bravo.
50 to Mike. I know he ain't got it. Mike's 50. Ricky.
Hurry. Run. Hey, orbit.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can... Don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Uses the stiff arm. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon, I would imagine. Him going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Well, pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Mayfield now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And again, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Protein spill. Real.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. On first down, Hines. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Ben Banagoo. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Plays on that drive that in.
The old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend. Don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wild Bill.
2nd and 6. They'll find Everett there, complete. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Switch.
Regular.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
180.
54.
King. My God.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Mayfield now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
I'm coming after you.
Pistol.
Kill. Deuce.
They'll try the left side. Hubbard. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Hey, box drop.
yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Regular.
At the 37-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Throwing on second and 8. Mayfield. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. This is Hines. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the carry, it's Chubb, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
6-6, pull it high.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Go, go.
Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Alert, 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 alert.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
2nd and 13. He's got it to Hilton. He finds some open field here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch the pass. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
A toss play to Chubb. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Quick throw here to Hilton. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
They'll set up a throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run it again with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. 15 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Alert, 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 alert.
At the 33.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Buzz, buzz.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Mayfield now. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
53's the mic.
Hey, Delta.
53. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, man.
Mayfield with it once more. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Meanwhile here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
180.
It's just me and you.
Pistol.
On 2nd and 15 now, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the...
And this is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside, we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
52, and let's get in them holes.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Hey, alert 33. 58's the mic.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Mayfield to throw it. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Mike, 58, right there. Yeah. Shift! Watch the shift!
Real.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They run with Hines. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second and 5 now. Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. Trying to get it to Landry there. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week